Hey guys, welcome back. As the thumbnail and the title of this video suggests, I'm going to give you my 6 months review of this car. I've had this car for about 6 months. I've done just over 4,000 miles, and I'm going to tell you what this car has been like. And also, as some of the comments suggested from my last video, I didn't really give you like a kind of a sound of the engine and the gearbox and the exhaust, upshifts and downshifts. So I'm going to try and give you that in this video as well. So guys, let's talk about the things I like about this car, and these are not in any sort of particular order, just as like they come to my mind. So the first thing obviously is going to be that straight 6 3-litre turbo engine. The power on tap 340 brake might not sound like a lot on paper when you're trying to compare it to, like, say, a Golf 7.5R which has 310, a facelifted S3 which again has 310, you know, a Honda Civic Type R, FK2, FK8, you know, 310, 320 brake. But trust me, the way this car actually pulls and that torque figure of 500 Newton meters, that is diesel territory. And there's nothing like this car for the money that you can get with that kind of engine. And you know, there's rumors that the next M140i will perhaps be like a front wheel drive, you know, 2-litre turbo engine. You know, for that reason alone, this car really cuts the mustard. Another thing I like about this car is the ZF gearbox. You know, the 8-speed ZF gearbox, in my opinion, is one of the best in the business out there. Although it's not like, say, a double clutch, but it's lightning quick. You know, when you pull on like the down pedal or the up pedal, the changes are so smooth and they're literally lightning quick. There's no other way about it. And this car, you wouldn't want to have this car in the manual, although, you know, people say that if you have a manual in this car, you know, it gives you that complete driver kind of character focus, you know, kind of thing. And that's great. But this car's complete actually with the ZF gearbox, and that's just the way I would have it. With this particular car, again, you know, it's got the Pro Nav, it's got the Harman Kardon, and those kind of things I personally like about this car. And that's because, you know, it makes the car complete. You know, you've got everything. You've got like the power of the car, and then you've also got the, you know, the sort of luxury equipment that you'd probably perhaps find in like the bigger cars like the 3 and the 5 series. But you've got all that in this M140i. I mean, another thing that I like about this car is the actual build quality. I've had it for about 6 months and it hasn't creaked or rattled in any parts, you know, the dash trim or the door cards or whatever. I mean, for very similar money, I bought the Honda Civic Type R, and after a few months that was back at the dealerships for, you know, various creaks to be rectified. Maybe the suspension had something to do with it, you know, I don't know, but you know, this thing is built, you know, looks like from granite. So the adaptive suspension, then, it's a £515 option, and I've always said it and I'll say it again, it's a must-have on an M140i. It makes the car complete. So if you don't have the adaptive suspension, you got one suspension set up, that has to cope with your sport and your sport plus mode, and it makes the car a bit limited to what it can do, especially on like a back road like we're on now. Whereas with the adaptive, you can tailor the car, you can make it a little bit more individual, and trust me, it does transform the car for 515 quid. Just make sure that you tick that box when you're ordering like your M140i. So another thing that I like about this car is the M Performance exhaust that are fitted. Well, it's not even to do with the M Performance exhaust really. It's the way this car's character is. Now what BMW have done is on every startup, whether the car's warm or whether it's cold, it always has like a cold startup sound. I quite like that because it just gives you that kind of sense of occasion every time you push the button to start the car. Just brilliant. That M Performance exhaust is really banging right now. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on the mic, but that sweet upshift with a little pop on the M Performance. Another thing guys, I've got to tell you about these tyres. They're the Michelin Pilot Super Sports, and the grip on these tyres is impressive. Now I think on the LCI 2, the tyres that you're getting are the Bridgestone Turanzas, I think they are. Those tyres are pretty shit, to be honest with you. I mean, I was at the BMW dealership a few days ago and I saw an M140i Shadow Edition with those tyres. Those tyres do not do justice to that car. You kind of think with those tyres, you'll be thinking, I wish I bought the X-Drive, but you can't because you're in the UK. This obviously has got the Michelin Pilot Super Sports on there. The grip is pretty immense. I mean, I just literally went over some ice over there, like, and it didn't feel like the car's actually slipping away. Yes, of course, if you drive like a complete idiot, which some of you might be thinking I am at the moment, the car's gonna slip, but you know, these tyres are something special. We got a little bit sideways there. Better just slow down just a little bit, just in case that car didn't have the Michelin Pilot Super Sports on. How playful this car is. I mean, this car, that was in Sports Plus, so the DSC was slightly deactivated, but the car, it's not gonna kill you, you know, in terms of being rear wheel drive and getting a bit sideways. It's not gonna kill you at all. And did you notice the other thing just then? I'm just gonna shift this down a little bit into comfort mode so I can talk a bit clearly. Did you just notice back there that because I was using the flappy paddles, the car did not upshift itself? I mean, the M140 has been tuned so that each gear will actually sit at the rev limiter at 7,000 until you upshift. I mean, what more kind of connectivity do you want with the car? You know, okay, it's not a manual gearbox, but it lets you upshift when you want to do it, rather than it saying, right, I'm at the limiter, I'll do it myself. See if you can get a little bit more sideways. So guys, overall, what do I think of my M140i over the 6 months that I had it? I absolutely love it. I think it's the ultimate sleepers car out there, like I said before, and I think that for the money that you can actually buy one of these, there's nothing else out there, to be honest with you. I certainly think I'm going to be keeping this car for quite a while, because I don't think I'm going to be wooed by the next M140i, especially if it's going to be front wheel drive and it's going to have, like, say, a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo engine. I'm sure it's going to be, like, say, a cracking engine, but for me, I think this 3-litre straight 6 just does it for me. So anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you on my next vid. Take care guys, cheers, bye.